Artificial intelligence robots are on the increase, and humans will be unable to stop them. One man attempted to warn us about what would happen, but we were swept up in the intriguing roles AI plays today. That guy, Elon Musk, has issued multiple warnings, and the development of AI robots is approaching faster than you would imagine. Today's video is on the emergence of AI robots, the risks they represent to humans, and Elon Musk's warning about slowing them down. When organizers asked Elon to speak at the South by South festival, he finally broke the AI silence. He claimed that if artificial intelligence can evolve unrestrictedly, it may be as hazardous as a nuclear weapon. Elon emphasizes that the threat presented by AI is far more significant than the threat posed by nuclear weapons. No one would advocate permitting anyone to create atomic weapons simply because they want to. However, he had to underline that human life is considerably more hazardous than nuclear weapons. Elon Musk is afraid that developers will use AI to create highly effective propaganda, and that as a result, humans will be left far behind. However, he is also attempting to persuade others to slow down AI, but it is too late. Elon Musk has cautioned us about the perils of artificial intelligence multiple times. He is increasingly convinced that artificial intelligence can harm human civilization as a whole. Just conduct a simple search, and you'll find countless videos conceding his warnings. What are the causes for the lack of adequate regulatory oversight? At the Recode Code conference, Elon Musk addressed his misgivings regarding AI development. His main issue with AI is its future path, as some might have harmful consequences. He thinks it's fair to point out that not all AI traits are punitive. We must guarantee that AI's immense power does not slip into the hands of a select few. Otherwise, unfavorable results would follow. Elon noted that AI might one day outperform humanity in every way, implying that we must take safeguards to ensure that it remains benign. He believes that society will be far behind at any pace of artificial intelligence growth. We might fall into the punitive category in this situation, but even if we had ultra-intelligent AIs, we'd still be so far behind them in terms of intelligence that we'd be more like a pet. Through simulations such as Rubik's Cubes, robots have gained remarkable dexterity. Robot hands are becoming increasingly agile, using tweezers and scissors and holding complex objects. The bodies of robots are developing to mimic more natural human movement, and a robot named America is being used to test and improve artificial intelligence. As a result, it will get more intelligent, and robots will swiftly acquire new abilities through simulation. An AI can, for example, learn to jump over progressively height barriers, battle and conquer an obstacle course. In an interview with CNN Business, Elon Musk emphasized that artificial intelligence evolves considerably faster than most people realize. It's preferable to take proactive measures rather than sit on the fence. AI is far more sophisticated than most people believe, and its potential for advancement is far faster than most people even realize. It would be a little apparent to see a robot strolling about, talking, and behaving like a genuine human. However, most people are unaware that there is likely a massive server bank locked in a vault with more intellect than the ordinary human being has access to. Every camera, microphone, and gadget that connects to the network, for example, will have eyes and ears all over the place. That is what artificial intelligence entails. It does not have to be a robot roaming the streets. Elon told HBO that artificial intelligence also poses a risk of data manipulation in addition to the potential of AI weaponry. For example, some developers may use powerful AI to tamper with election results, perhaps causing international conflict. Other developers might use AI to develop successful propaganda that does not appear to be propaganda, posing a greater risk of being tracked down by a drone. Consider deepfakes, which might use AI to affect the direction of society or elections. The messages are merely owned and reviewed for content. It scans the feed and returns a response in milliseconds, allowing the message to quickly be altered, moved, and made responsive to the news. Elon Musk stated that the current form of regulation will not be successful for AI and must act now. Right now, the process of establishing legislation is sluggish and linear, and we are confronting an exponentially expanding threat. If you have a linear reaction to an exponential threat, the exponential threat will almost certainly triumph. To put it another way, here's the problem. There are a lot of social media profiles that don't appear to be individuals, but how can you know who they are? Elon is afraid of a system that is so destructive that it would wipe out civilization, but how will this happen? The development of AI would certainly be as catastrophic as humans destroyed monkeys' environments. The species would not need to be instinctive, but it may be confined to a tiny part of the world, similar to how humans have evolved to be more intelligent than other primates. The rest are crammed into small habitats because they are a nuisance. Some AIs have outsmarted their creators, such as a robot machine that learned to play table tennis in just 19 minutes and returned 98% of balls. The task given to an AI spider was to reduce the number of times its feet touched the ground. When it announced that it had learned to move without even touching the ground, its designers were taken aback to see that it had flipped itself over to do so. Robots and artificial intelligence generate enormous wealth while displacing millions of people. Robots can now see and react to their surroundings, implying that they are beginning to take the place of human workers. Most of the food we consume is moved or created by robots, and humanoid robots are making their way inside warehouses, starting in back rooms. Once they are deemed safe, they will work alongside humans, and it will be challenging to compete with robots because they can work for free 24 hours a day. Over the next 10 years, over half of all occupations in the United States are predicted to disappear, negating the need for a universal basic income. Elon stated that advanced AI, whether developed or built, could have hazardous consequences in separate interviews. He fears it may be stolen and misused. Elon, for example, does not believe AI will develop a new personality right away. Instead, he thinks that more significant concern is that it will be misused. Even if it wasn't intended to be misused, it's possible that someone, even with good intentions, will misuse it with disastrous consequences. When you have a mighty AI, it is said that the situation becomes precarious. There's no way of knowing who will be in charge of what. An artificial intelligence layer is one possible answer that might be the boss line. Humanity and AI can be united through a machine-brain interface. For example, you have your limbic system, your cortex, and a digital layer on top of your cortex that acts as a third layer and can function in tandem with your limbic system. In the long run, symbiotic integration of neural languages with artificial intelligence would be ideal. Furthermore, intelligence should be democratized so that it is not solely controlled by the government and significant business in an entirely digital form. In a nutshell, it's about the healthy combination of people and machines. To defeat the devices, you must effectively become one with them. We will have an incredibly high bandwidth connection of billions of individuals are linked to AI extensions of themselves. So, how can we ensure that the best aspects of humanity are preserved in the future? It's critical to establish the basis so that if humanity decides that defeating a superintelligence is the right option, we can be extremely cautious. An essential thing we must do is build the groundwork. In 2020, Elon Musk announced a huge step forward in his quest to connect the human brain with artificial intelligence. He showed how a self-contained neural implant could transmit detailed brain activity without the need for external hardware. A live broadcast demonstration included farm animals on the stage. The gadget was implanted in a live pig whose brain was influenced by the implant in this demonstration. The equipment recorded the electrical brain activity and displayed it on a screen above the animal. The example demonstrates that you need an electrical device to fix an electrical problem, similar to a Fitbit into your head with small wires. Musk's long-term objective is to create a neural device that integrates the human brain with artificial intelligence, allowing people to control computers and prosthetic limbs with their thoughts alone. The brain-computer interface would convert human cognition into computer commands, and vice versa. How soon will the rise of AI robots begin? Will humans stop AI robots, or will humanity be overshadowed by robots that we build? This is going to happen sooner than you think. Leave your answer in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave this video a like if you enjoyed it.